I've wanted to do analytic reviews of MLP episodes for a while now, especially now that the MLP analysis Reddit page is a thing, and I was planning on starting at the first episode and going in order from there. But here's the thing, a lot of people have done that same thing since the Reddit page was formed, and as a result, a lot of people have already done reviews of the first episode. So unless I wanted my contribution to be like spitting into the ocean, I figured I was going to need a shtick, and I think I came up with one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NickyvMLP's Random Reviews with me. Basically, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to go to the random number generator, plug in 1 and 65, hit the button, and that'll be the episode I do. So let's take a look at what we're going to review today. 29. Nice, my favorite number. So let me think here. That would be Season 2, Episode 3, which was Lesson 0! Haha, yes! Calm. Professionalism, don't be a fanboy. While Lesson 0 isn't exactly a perfect episode, it is without a doubt one of the funniest episodes in the entire series. It adds some development to Twilight and her relationship with Celestia, and it gave the writers the excuse to allow all of the main six to send friendship letters to Celestia, which was very important to the overall plot in later episodes. Now, Twilight didn't have to be in episodes that she didn't need to be in. This kind of happened in Stairmaster. She wasn't very important to the episode, but it felt like she was just thrown in at the last second so that she could send the letter to Celestia, since Fluttershy wasn't giving lessons to her yet. But now she wouldn't have to do that. Don't get me wrong, I like Twilight and all. I just don't like characters being forced into the story just because the writers think they need to be there. Now, something you need to know about me. The biggest reason I watch MLP is for the humor. The adventures and the characters and the story are great, but I love the comedy most of all. And this episode was huge on the comedy. Some of the funniest moments in the entire series happened in Lesson 0. From Spike messing around with the backgrounds, to Twilight thinking Celestia was going to send her back to Magic Kindergarten, to the epic fight over Smarty Pants, to the faces. My God, the faces! I lolled a lot. Also, this was the first time, aside from a very quick scene in Swarm of the Century, that we've seen Twilight's major problem, her paranoia. We saw a different side of Twilight in this episode, the side that absolutely could not fail Celestia under any circumstances. Now we've seen that Celestia is a fairly reasonable pony, just as long as you ignore what the fandom puts out about her. But Twilight seemed to think that she's absolutely gonna destroy her. Come to think of it, a lot of ponies have had that thought. And nothing ever happens. Come on, guys. I know Celestia sent Luna to the moon, but that was 1,000 years ago, and we don't have any evidence that she's done anything that horrible since. Come on, guys. You're starting to act like the fans. Although the paranoia does kind of confuse me, just a little bit, because Twilight is a very smart pony. She should know that this isn't gonna be the end of the world like she thinks it's gonna be. I mean, her friends are smart enough to know that it's not that big a deal. Which kind of leads to my main problem with this episode. Twilight's friends know that it isn't that bad, and they kind of treat Twilight like crap. I mean, yes, they were right. Twilight was making a mountain out of a molehill. As we learn later in the episode, Celestia didn't necessarily need to get a letter every single week. But still, if I had a problem, and I went to my friends about it, and it wasn't that big of a problem, but I was still freaking out about it, I'd expect my friends to say something like, "Nick, calm down, it's not that big a deal, you'll get through it." Something like that, not laugh in my freaking face. I mean, that's just dickish. Also, a scene that kind of got my attention. Celestia tells Twilight that she's not going to punish her for setting off the fight. But then when the rest of the main six show up to try and vouch for Twilight, Celestia says that she won't punish her under one condition, as if to say she would have punished her had the others not shown up. Basically, this tells me that Celestia was, well, trolling them. She made it seem like she was going to punish Twilight to the rest of the main six, even though she never really had any intentions to do so. Oh, Trollestia, why are you so trolly? Also, was I the only one who totally saw the Fluttershy isn't breaking the bear's back, she's just fixing it thing coming from a mile away? I mean, yeah, the first time Fluttershy started kicking the bear's ass, I thought, wow, this is kind of insane. Especially for Fluttershy, and especially considering that putting her hoof down hadn't happened yet. But as it was going on and getting more and more violent, I figured there's gotta be some kind of twist here, and sure enough, well, not that kind of twist, but you know what I mean. I don't know, In a lot of blind commentaries of this episode that I've seen, it seems like a lot of people were legitimately surprised when this happened, and I just didn't feel that way. A couple of other smaller things that I liked about this episode. The atomic rain bomb is the best thing ever, and you can't tell me otherwise. Twilight in her psychiatrist glasses, cute. Damn cute. I'll go ahead and say it was cuter than Rarity in her designer glasses. Don't hate me, Brody Carriers! Besides Suited for Success, this may have been the most mimetic episode in the entire series. And what I mean by this is, this episode probably inspired more fan content than nearly any other episode, seeing as how this was the introduction of the worst possible thing, the aforementioned atomic rain bomb, or as it's otherwise known as the orbital friendship cannon, and Rainbow Dash in her like a boss glasses. To me, Lesson Zero is one of the most rewatchable episodes in the entire series. I could go right now and watch it and enjoy it as much as I did the first time around. Is it perfect? God, no. There was the aforementioned friends acting like a dick problem, and also the ending was just a little bit redundant. It basically repeats the same things Celestia just said, so the last 30 seconds or so, totally unnecessary. But in the end, a lot of those problems can be swept under the rug because this episode was damn fun. I'm sure once this whole review series is done, Lesson Zero will probably be in my top 10 or 15 episodes in the entire series. But for now, on a scale from 1 to 100, I'll give Lesson Zero a 91. Oh, and by the way, that's how I'm going to do my scoring system for all the episodes. Why out of 100? I don't know. See y'all later!